Rattle the Bones, Vesic, Volume 6, written by Eric R. Asher, narrated by William Dufris. Hold my beer. Chapter 1. Of all the things I thought might happen, that wasn't even close to being one of them. I stared out the window at the front of Death's door, watching Eros and the swarm of children surrounding him. Zola patted my shoulder. I slowly shook my head and marveled at the scene across the street. Eros had been here less than a week, taking up his post at the corner of the parking lot. He had intimidated the military patrols, as we had hoped, but the kids had been a surprise. A boy slipped as he reached the old god's shoulder, and I hissed, expecting to see him smack into the ground. Instead, a pillar of rock rose beneath him, cutting his fall short. Eros glanced at the boy, and I could see the old god's craggy mouth moving. The boy jumped off, laughing, and joined his friends by the curb. One of the girls made it up to Eros's shoulder and swung her legs to hang over his chest. They had turned the old rock pile into a playground. "You think he misses Vicky?" I asked.
"We all do, Damian, but she's with her family again, and her bond to the destroyer is broken. There's not much more we can ask than that."
I agreed wholeheartedly. A man walked around the corner, dressed in a three-piece suit and bowler. "Edgar?" I asked, watching him as he walked toward the front door.
"I've been expecting him,"
Zola said.
"Took him long enough."
The bell on the front door jingled a moment later, and Edgar stepped inside.
"Waiting for him to flatten one of those kids?" the watcher asked. "You know damn well he would never do that to a child,"
Zola snapped. Edgar held up his hands. "My apologies. I had no intention of starting an argument."
"Especially when you'll lose," I said.
Edgar shot me a sideways glance, but he didn't deny it. "Are Foster and Aideen around? I'd like to speak with them."
"It's barely been a week since they lost Kara,"
Zola said. "Something's happening in Phalias. There's been fighting inside the city over the past few days, and no one seems to know why." Edgar hesitated, glancing toward the back of the shop before nodding. "They're the only Fae I trust right now. The loyalties split between Glenn and Hearn are confusing, and judging Fae intentions is little more than a guess." "Let me see if Foster and Aideen are up for visitors," I said to Edgar. I walked toward the back, passing the glass countertops on the right and the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?